Pyramids of Giza are among the most amazing man-made monuments in history.
Giza Plateau, Egypt. The Great Pyramid is arguably the most enigmatic structure on the face of the earth. It is the only surviving wonder of the ancient world. The Great Pyramid is aligned to within 3/60ths of a degree of north, a more accurate alignment than any other structure on Earth.
When you look at the Great Pyramid's alignment, it's aligned very, very close to true north. Even more interesting is to think about tracking back in time, because the Earth's axis has been shifting slowly. It's what we call precesses. And so if there's been a shift in that alignment, it could be that it was even more accurately aligned to north in the past when they built it.
The Great Pyramid is not only perfectly aligned to the cardinal points, its placement on the Earth is seemingly intentional as well.
If you pass a great circle from the Great Pyramid through its cardinal and its ordinal directions, what you find is that these circles will pass through more landmass of the Earth than any other location on the Earth. You find that the Great Pyramid is essentially located at the center of the world's landmass.
The Great Pyramid was built at the level of technological sophistication far in excess of anything that we have today. They don't use the inch as we normally have it in the English system, it's the cubit. And what's interesting about this cubit is that it is exactly 1/25 millionth of the polar diameter of the Earth, meaning the distance from the North Pole to the South Pole of the Earth. Chop it up into 25 million pieces, there's your cubit. It's perfect.
So if you actually take the length of the Great Pyramid at its mean socket level, which is the corners of the actual building, it translates into 365.24 pyramid cubits, which just happens to be the Earth a year right down to a quarter day.
The measurements of the length and width of the perimeter of the Great Pyramid correspond to an exact fraction of both the latitude and longitude measurements at the equator. Scaled up, this means the Great Pyramid directly corresponds to the circumference of the equator, as well as the measurement from the equator to the pole, making it a scale model of the Northern Hemisphere.
If you take the location of the Great Pyramid as a coordinate, this number sequence of this coordinate matches exactly the speed of light traveling through space, measured in meters per second. This is amazing stuff. When you consider the vast amount of information about the Earth that's encoded into the Great Pyramid, you can't just dismiss all of this as pure coincidence.
Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into an intriguing theory that suggests the iconic pyramids of Egypt were once submerged underwater. Yes, you heard me right, they were once underwater. Let's explore the evidence and unravel this watery mystery together. But before we start, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon for more fascinating insights about life. The pyramids of Giza, one of the most enduring symbols of ancient Egyptian civilization, have fascinated historians, archaeologists, and tourists for centuries. These colossal structures, built around 4,500 years ago, are shrouded in mystery. One of the most compelling theories suggests that they were once underwater, but how could that be possible? To understand this theory, we need to rewind to a time long before the pyramids were even built. Ancient Egypt's geography was drastically different. Researchers believe that during the end of the last ice age, around 12,000 years ago, significant climatic changes caused sea levels to rise dramatically. as the ice caps melted, vast amounts of fresh water flowed into the oceans, raising global sea levels. The Nile River, the lifeblood of ancient Egypt, would have experienced significant changes. Some scientists argue that these changes could have temporarily submerged parts of the Nile Valley, including the Giza Plateau. Moreover, there are intriguing clues within the pyramids themselves. For example, some researchers point to erosion patterns on the Great Sphinx and the pyramids, which they argue could have been caused by water. This type of erosion, they claim, suggests prolonged exposure to large quantities of water, not just desert sand and wind. Geologist Robert Schoch, one of the prominent proponents of this theory, has argued that the weathering patterns on the Sphinx indicate it was carved in a time of much wetter climate, which could date back to a period long before the traditional timeline of ancient Egypt. But it's not just the erosion that has people talking. Marine fossils have been discovered on the Giza Plateau, adding another layer of intrigue. These fossils, found in the sediment layers surrounding the pyramids, suggest that the area might have been underwater at some point in its distant past. Critics, however, argue that these fossils and erosion patterns could be explained by other means, such as ancient floods or the Nile's shifting course over millennia. They also point out that there is no definitive proof that the pyramids themselves were underwater after they were built. So, what's the verdict? While the underwater pyramid theory remains a topic of debate, it certainly adds a fascinating layer to our understanding of ancient Egypt. Whether submerged or not, the pyramids continue to stand as a testament to the ingenuity and mystery of one of history's greatest civilizations. What do you think? Could the pyramids have been underwater at some point in their history, or is this theory just a splash in the pan? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into various topics like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.